The world of rap music is nothing short of a battlefield. While many artists collaborate and build camaraderie within the industry, the reality is that competition often runs deep. Being signed to the same record label as another artist or even frequenting the same social circles doesn't necessarily guarantee mutual respect or friendship. In an industry where everyone dreams of being the biggest star, egos can clash, especially when someone else begins to eclipse your success. Such rivalries can quickly escalate into heated feuds, often spilling into the public eye. One of the latest beefs to capture the attention of rap fans everywhere involves Lil Baby's 4PF crew and the iconic rap trio, Migos. This brewing conflict between two powerhouse acts has been making waves and dominating headlines, leaving fans and insiders speculating about its origins and implications. To better understand this feud, it's important to delve into the history and connections between these two groups. Both Lil Baby and Migos are signed to Quality Control Records, a prominent record label often referred to simply as QC. Established in March 2013 by Atlanta-based visionaries Kevin "Coach K" Lee and Pierre P. Thomas, QC has become a major force in the hip-hop industry. Known for their close ties to legendary artists like Gucci Mane, Coach K, and P, have cultivated a roster that includes some of the biggest names in the game. In addition to Migos and Lil Baby, QC boasts a lineup of talented artists such as Lil Yachty, the City Girls, Juke Juice, and many more. Even Cardi B, though not directly signed as an artist, has a management deal under QC. Despite its relatively small roster, the label has managed to dominate the rap scene, showcasing the star power of its artists. Migos, consisting of Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff, were among the first acts to sign with QC. For years, they were the label's crown jewel, carrying its reputation and pushing it to the forefront of the music industry. Originally affiliated with Gucci Mane's 1017 Records, Migos first gained recognition with Gucci's endorsement. However, after Gucci Mane was incarcerated, Migos transitioned to QC, where they solidified their status as trailblazers in Atlanta's thriving hip-hop scene. But as the music industry evolved and new talent emerged, the spotlight began to shift. Enter Lil Baby, a rising star who quickly became one of QC's most prominent artists. As his career skyrocketed, some speculated that tensions between Lil Baby's camp and Migos began to brew, especially as Lil Baby's 4PF crew gained prominence. This internal rivalry within the QC family has sparked much debate and intrigue, leaving fans eager to learn more about what's really happening behind the scenes. Is this ongoing feud simply a battle for dominance in the music industry, or are there deeper, underlying issues fueling the tension between these artists? The origins of the story take us back to when Coach K and P took the Migos under their wing and signed them to Quality Control, QC. This partnership marked the beginning of an illustrious journey for the trio, who released their breakout single Versace under the label. The track became an instant hit, especially after a remix by Drake further amplified its reach. From that point on, the Migos began dominating the charts, solidifying themselves as a cultural phenomenon for a significant period. The Migos were the crown jewels of the QC label, delivering smash hits such as Bad and Bougie, Fight Night, Look at My Dab, and Motorsport. These tracks not only cemented their position in the industry but also showcased their unique flow and style, which resonated with fans worldwide. Their music reigned supreme for nearly half a decade, making them one of the hottest groups in hip-hop. However, even the most legendary runs must come to an end, and it seems that the Migos have reached a point in their career where their signature sound no longer carries the same impact it once did. Although the group remains relevant in the music world, they are no longer at the pinnacle of their fame. This shift became apparent after the release of their 2018 album, Culture 2, which received mixed reviews. Following this, the Migos decided to take a break from group projects to focus on solo endeavors. While their individual efforts achieved some commercial success and produced a handful of memorable tracks, they lacked the dynamic energy that made the trio's collaborative work so special. In 2021, the group reunited for their fourth studio album, Culture 3, a project that aimed to recapture the magic of their earlier work. The album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard charts, falling short of the top spot, which was claimed by Polo G's Hall of Fame. Despite selling an impressive 130,000 equivalent units in its first week, this was a noticeable decline compared to their previous achievements. For the first time in the Culture series, an album failed to debut at number 1, raising questions about whether the group's hiatus for solo projects had been a misstep. Meanwhile, Lil Baby, another artist signed to QC, has been experiencing a meteoric rise in his career. Entering the scene slightly later than the Migos, Baby has consistently outperformed expectations and climbed the ranks of the industry. After signing with QC in 2016 following his release from jail on charges related to marijuana possession, Baby quickly made his presence felt. With the guidance of industry heavyweights like Young Thug and connections to Gucci Mane and the QC crew, Lil Baby laid the groundwork for his ascent. His debut album, Harder Than Ever, dropped in 2018 and featured the hit track Yes Indeed with Drake, which catapulted him into the spotlight. Since then, Lil Baby has only grown more prominent, with his second studio album, My Turn, released in 2020, solidifying his status as a leading voice in hip-hop. This album not only performed exceptionally well commercially but also established Lil Baby as the new face of QC, surpassing the Migos in influence and popularity with the release of his socially conscious single, The Bigger Picture, which addressed the George Floyd protests. The track showcased a different side of Baby's artistry, proving his versatility and ability to tackle profound themes through his music. The song's success extended beyond the charts, earning him widespread respect and even an invitation to the White House in May 2021 to meet with Vice President Kamala Harris and George Floyd's family on the anniversary of Floyd's death. Lil Baby's momentum continued with the release of a collaborative project with Lil Durk, Voice of the Heroes, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts and achieved 150,000 equivalent album sales in its first week. This streak of accomplishments has solidified Baby's position as a dominant force in the industry, leaving the Migos in a potentially envious position. His ability to connect with fans through both his music and his public persona, coupled with his credibility in the streets, has set him apart. The tension between the Migos and Lil Baby has been apparent for some time, despite both being signed to QC. The lack of collaborations between the two acts has fueled speculation about an underlying rivalry. During a 2020 interview with Hot 97's Peter Rosenberg, the Migos were notably reserved when asked about Lil Baby's track The Bigger Picture. Their brief, awkward response, "Quavos for show," suggested reluctance to give Baby public credit. Similarly, in an interview with The Breakfast Club, Lil Baby acknowledged that he and the Migos did not have a close relationship, though he denied any outright beef, stating that they simply operated in their own lanes. Rumors of tension escalated in March 2020, when reports surfaced that Offset had been involved in a physical altercation with members of Lil Baby's crew, for PF, outside the release party for Baby's album My Turn. Witnesses claimed that Offset was jumped, robbed, and stripped to his underwear during the incident.